My name is Shakti Mohan Awasthy. I am a civil engineer by profession. This was my second attempt. My rank is 296, and the first attempt I reached the interviews but could not reach the final stage. In both the attempts, the basic difference has been my marks in the optionals, which were previously 247, and this time they have increased to 304. And broadly, that's the difference which has brought me into the list. So firstly, I'll jot down my strategy into 3 broad points. Firstly, the general strategy. Secondly, the general studies, answer writing, and thirdly, the optionals. So beginning with the general strategy, there are some broad points I would like to emphasize again and again. The first thing is that one should revise and revise and revise, and it should ideally be done in a manner so that it is done in a timely fashion. For example, if one person is reading something at first day, then they should revise it at 15 day or 30 day or at a periodic cycle, so that the brain gets revision and multiple times revision can be done. The second thing is that there should be less number of sources, and one should not read it from too many sources. Rather, they should focus on one particular source, and broadly the sources are common. Everyone who is getting selected, they are broadly reading the same books, but these books should be limited. They should not be too much. Thirdly, the notes should be very concise, and I will emphasize this point again, because notes should be in such a manner that one person can revise, say, a geography, a particular syllabus of geography in 6 to 8 hours. That's it. In my notes, I can revise the entire geography in such time frame. So they should be very concise, and they should preferably be handwritten, because these days we also see a lot of software where one can do copy paste and all. So copy paste will lead to lengthier notes. So even if people are making online notes, they should try that they are handwritten, they are typed manually, and they are not just copy paste. Fourth is that one should start answer writing as early as possible, because generally people wait for the right time to come, but they forget that this right time will never come. For my particular case, when I began the preparation of civil services, after 1.5 months I started writing. I did not write very good answers, but that helped me in the next 3 to 4 months. I started writing good answers, and over the years my answers quality improved. So one should never wait for the perfect time, because in UPSC preparation the perfect time will never ever come. Fifth is that newspapers, they are the heart and soul of this preparation, and the Hindu is a must. In Indian Express, if one is not reading the entire Indian Express, it is fine, but some particular pages of Indian Express, especially the explained page, there are some pages like rural, urban, infrastructure, science. Such pages also need to be referred. Agriculture, one such page comes daily, so they also need to be referred. They are very, very good. Then some of the news channels we see today, they are very good, like the Rajya Sabha TV, some of the programs like The Big Picture, Desh Deshantar for the Hindi medium students, Security Scan, India's World. These are some of the very good programs, and they should be watched. If a person is not having the time, then while they are having lunch or dinner, they can be viewed, and because when we hear something, these things stay in our mind for a longer period of time. So one should always focus on the news channels, and during the time of interviews one should also see NDTV, because all the news items are generally not covered by a single news source. So NDTV is also a good source. They also cover a very wide range of news, and also of those particular news which the interviewers have keen interest to know upon. So they are some of time they are political news. So in the interviews, especially NDTV is a must. Then there are some very fundamental things, like one should be positive, and this positivity should be at every circumstance, irrespective of what the outcome is. Positivity is a must. There should be patience, because it's not a 100-meter race, your civil services, it's a marathon. So one needs to be patient, and one needs to analyze their mistakes in a very patient manner, which will help them to improve. The third thing is confidence. If a person is confident in his approach, then and especially in the interviews, it becomes very important. So confidence is a must, and because we generally see that people get bogged down when they see others preparing, or marks are less than the others. So one should not see those things. Rather, they should be confident about their own preparation. And fourth is Junoon. This Junoon is very important. If a person is having Junoon, they can achieve anything in life. So with Junoon and patience, positivity and confidence, I believe these are the 4 formulas which needs to be amalgamated, and these will help in the preparation. Now I'll come to the GS answer writing and general studies in particular. See, the first thing which one should do while answer writing, as I said, one should start immediately, as soon as possible. But while one person is reading the general studies question, they should first disseminate the question and see each and every part of that question, and each and every part should be answered in a manner which is separate, and each and every part is addressed by the person. So then secondly, the thing is that one should prefer points. That's my approach, because points are generally more visible in nature and one can differentiate it easily. Like if the examiner sees that a person has written 10 points in an answer, they'll always give marks which are above the average marks, because they feel that okay, number of points are more. So this is a general perception, and also it's a more logical in approach. So I prefer points, and that's what I also recommend. The third thing one should do is to enhance the visibility of the answer. When I say enhance the visibility, that means that heading should be very clear. Each and every part of the question should be very clear, so that examiner knows okay, this part is addressed here and this part is addressed there. So the visibility of the question is answer is very important. Then the presentation, again a very important part, and in my 2 attempts, these are some of the things which I have realized, because they see the knowledge part it does not have a limit, and mostly the people who are writing mains, they have adequate amount of knowledge. So what really differentiates is the amount what presentation they are doing, and how well the examiner is able to see the points which the student is trying to convey. So the presentation point is important. One can pursue things like underlining, flow charts, figures, arrows, bold letters. These are some of the things which we can present, which person can do while presenting an answer. But again, the first focus should be on finishing the paper, and then over the time, over the years, when the people will be able to finish the paper, then they'll also be able to focus on the presentation. So again, a mixture of both is required. Fifth and very important point is the interlinkages. When a person is writing a GS1 answer, it does not mean that they should also only focus on the things which are taught in GS1. Like if a question is on history, then one can always see the economic parts of that. So if there is interlinkages, because see, they want to have a generalist in the job, right? So if it's a generalist, then they should have a broader idea of all the things. So even if a person is writing a GS2 answer, they should try to amalgamate things from GS1, GS3, so that a good interlinkage is created, and that also shows the innovative ability of a person, which is very helpful, and which broadly UPSC wants, that people should be innovative.